Hello everyone, and welcome to today's technical analysis of Nktr stock, based on data as of June 24, 2025. Let's dive into a comprehensive breakdown of the stock's behavior, covering all the key aspects in a clear, straightforward manner for you to follow along. Starting with the general overview and trend, Nktr has experienced a dramatic surge recently, culminating in a closing price of 18.1 on June 24, 2025. The stock began the observed period at 12,024 in late March, and saw significant volatility, dipping to a low of 7,356 in early April before a remarkable rally in June. This upward move represents a gain of approximately 55% from its lowest point. The trend has shifted from a bearish phase in April to a strong bullish momentum in June, particularly driven by a high-volume breakout on the last trading day. This suggests intense buying interest, likely fueled by a significant catalyst, though the stock's history of pullbacks indicates potential for short-term consolidation. Next, let's discuss price and volume dynamics. On June 24, Nktr closed at 18.1, opening at 19.92 and trading between 16.56 and 20.25. The volume was exceptionally high at 8.57 million shares, a stark contrast to earlier days like April 22 with 72,197 shares, or May 23 with 70,092 shares. This massive volume spike, the highest in the observed period, accompanied the significant price jump, indicating strong market participation and conviction in the upward move. The volume-weighted average price on June 24 was 12.7798, well below the closing price, suggesting that much of the trading occurred at higher price levels, reinforcing the bullish sentiment. Moving on to moving averages, these indicators highlight the strength of the recent rally. The 5-day simple moving average is 10,698, significantly below the current price of 18.1, reflecting the sharp upward spike. The 10-day simple moving average at 10,099 and 20-day at 10,342 are also far below, indicating the stock has surged well above its recent trends. Longer-term averages, such as the 50-day at 10.3336 and 200-day at 10.0956, further confirm that Nktr is trading at a premium compared to its historical levels, a strong bullish signal. The 5-day exponential moving average at 12.0628 and 10-day at 10.8587 are closer, but still lag behind the current price, showing the rapid pace of the recent move. The 20-day exponential moving average at 10.4147 and 50-day at 10.3336 suggest potential support levels if a pullback occurs. The wide gap between the current price and these averages indicates an overextended rally, warranting caution for short-term traders. Now, let's break down the technical indicators by category. For momentum indicators, the 14-day relative strength index is at 74.4213, indicating Nktr is in overbought territory, above the 70 threshold, suggesting a potential pause or pullback. The 15-day stochastic %K at 31.8894 and 5-day stochastic %K at 66.7847 show mixed signals, with the shorter-term indicator reflecting the recent strength, but not yet at extreme levels. The Williams % are at -17.5367 confirms the overbought condition, indicating the stock is near its recent highs. The Commodity Channel Index at 432.2625 is extremely high, well above the 100 mark, signaling significant overextension and a likely correction in the near term. The 10-day momentum at 9.31 reflects the strong upward push, aligning with the recent price surge. For trend indicators, the moving average convergence divergence shows a bullish crossover, with the MACD line at 0.3698 above the signal line at -0.0986, and the histogram at 0.4684 indicates strong bullish momentum. The average directional index at 17 1600 suggests a weak to moderate trend strength, not fully confirming the sustainability of the recent spike. The Arun up at 100 and Arun down at 80 result in an Arun oscillator of 35, 71.43, indicating bullish dominance, but with some underlying resistance, as the downtrend indicator remains elevated. For volume-based indicators, the Chaikin oscillator at -161.0301 is negative, which is unusual given the high volume and price surge, suggesting potential distribution or profit-taking despite the rally. The money flow index at 86.6049 is also in overbought territory, reinforcing the strong buying pressure, but warning of a possible reversal. The on-balance volume at 8,272,184 has surged, reflecting the massive volume on June 24, which supports the bullish price action, but also highlights the need for sustained volume to maintain the trend. For volatility indicators, the 14-day average true range is 1.9037, indicating high volatility consistent with the recent price swing. The Bollinger Bands show the upper band at 14.4843, the middle band at 10.3420, and the lower band at 6.1997. The current price of 18.1 is well above the upper band, confirming the overextended nature of the rally and increasing the likelihood of a pullback toward the middle band or lower. Other indicators include the parabolic SAR at 7.99, significantly below the current price, confirming the bullish trend. The triple exponential moving average at 11.1529 and Kaufman adaptive moving average at 11.3114 are well below the current price, indicating the rally's rapid pace. The fast adaptive moving average at 9.4860 and slow adaptive moving average at 9.6284 show a bullish crossover, supporting the upward momentum, though the gap suggests potential mean reversion. For linear regression, the 14-day trend strength forecast is 10.9779, far below the current price of 18.1. This wide deviation suggests the stock is trading well above its linear regression trend line, indicating an overbought condition and a high probability of a pullback toward this level. The regression slope, inferred from the trend forecast and price data, is slightly positive, but the extreme deviation calls for caution. Predicting the next trading day's opening price, we consider the recent price action and indicators. Nktr closed at 18.1 on June 24, with an extraordinarily high volume and a volume-weighted average price of 12.7798. Given the overbought signals from the relative strength index at 74.4213, Williams percent are at -17.5367 and commodity channel index at 432.2625, a pullback is likely. The stock may open lower, likely in the range of 17.0 to 17.5, around the session's low of 16.56, as profit-taking could follow the high-volume surge. For support and resistance levels and intraday movement, key resistance is at 20.25, the high on June 24, with no clear higher resistance due to the unprecedented spike. Support levels include the 5-day simple moving average at 10,698, the 20-day at 10.3420, and the lower Bollinger Band at 6.1997. The current price of 18.1 is 2.15 below the resistance at 20.25 and 7,402 above the nearest support at 10,698. This positioning suggests Nktr is in an overextended zone, with intraday movement likely to test lower levels, potentially between 16.56 and 17.5, unless new buying momentum emerges. The overbought indicators and high volatility suggest a corrective move toward the 5-day or 20-day averages, with a bearish bias for the session, using the 14-day average true range of 1.9037, the likely high and low for the next trading day from a predicted opening of 17.25 are calculated as follows. The high at 17.25 plus 1.9037 equals 19.1537, and the low at 17.25 minus 1.9037 equals 15.3463. These levels align with the recent session's low at 16.56 and suggest a potential test of resistance near 19.0 if buying resumes, or a drop toward 15.35 if selling pressure dominates. For possible scenarios, in a bullish case, if Nktr holds above 17.5 with renewed volume, it could retest the 20.25 resistance and potentially push to 21.0, supported by a sustained relative strength index above 70 and a positive MACD histogram. In a bearish case, a failure to hold 16.56 could lead to a decline toward the 5-day simple moving average at 10,698, or the 20-day at 10.3420, indicated by a relative strength index below 50 and increasing selling volume. A neutral scenario, most likely given the overbought signals, involves consolidation between 15.35 and 17.5, with the stock stabilizing around the recent low until new catalysts emerge. As an additional point, the 14-day beta of 0.8767 indicates Nktr is less volatile than the market, but the recent spike suggests a temporary increase in volatility. The ultimate oscillator at 64.6269 reflects strong bullish momentum, but is not at extreme levels, supporting a potential pause rather than an immediate reversal. In conclusion, Nktr stock has undergone a remarkable rally, closing at 18.1 on June 24, driven by massive volume and strong bullish momentum. However, overbought indicators like the relative strength index, commodity channel index, and deviation from moving averages suggest a likely pullback in the next session, with a potential trading range between 15.35 and 17.5. Traders should watch for volume trends and momentum indicators to confirm the next move, with support at 10,698 and resistance at 20.25 as key levels. The stock's volatility and recent surge make it a high-risk, high-reward play, so trade cautiously and stay alert for new developments. Thanks for joining me today.